Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Let us recite Shri Ganesh Mantra.
साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः।
Let us place both our hands on Mother Earth. Shri Mataji. Kindly bring us into complete balance. Shri Mataji. Let all the ego and superego completely dissolve into the earth element. Let us bring our attention on our Muladhara chakra. Shri Mataji, you are Sakshat Shri Ganesha. Kindly bless us with the qualities of innocence, purity, wisdom, and chastity. Shri Mataji, kindly bless us with all the qualities of Shri Ganesha so that we can completely surrender ourselves at your lotus feet, just like Shri Ganesha. Let us now slowly bring our attention on our Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, kindly bless us with complete nirvicharita. In this state, let us now listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
Today we are going to worship the Hamsa Chakra. So far we have been always worshipping a deity, and this is the second time we are worshipping this center of Hamsa. Now this chakra It is, placed between the two eyebrows. Now, two eyes represent the left and the right side. So, this center is very much guided by our eyes, by our ears, by our nose, tongue, teeth, throat. Is a very important center because the Vishuddhi, which has to look after 16 petals, which look after all these ear, nose, throat, different organs within us. Also, it has to communicate with the Virat. So it has to pass through this center of Hamsa Chakra. Hamsa Chakra is the very pivotal center which expresses auspiciousness in our awareness. That means if this center is alert and awakened, then we immediately know what is auspicious and what is not auspicious. Or we can call it, we get the divine discretion. I think it is a part of the genetics that people have discretion between good and bad, destructive and constructive. It is basically has to be there, but we can easily spoil it by all these organs which are collecting the conditionings and the ego from outside. That's why this center is very vulnerable. Other centers are not so much connected outside, as this center is connected and receives all the information from all these organs. For example, the eyes now here. Eyes are very important because they say this is the window of the spirit. And you have seen that when Kundalini rises and spirit starts shining, there is a dilatation of the pupils and you look like an innocent child and there's a twinkle in your eyes. But the way we play with our eyes all the time, the way we use it indiscreetly, with our lust and greed, we can spoil this center very badly. Once we start taking to destructive things in our life, we immediately become akin, or we start accepting whatever is wrong, whatever is destructive very easily. I feel this is some sort of a genetic defect, because in certain people they will not accept anything that is stupid, idiotic or destructive. But in certain people they are very prone and very easily can be taken to things which are absurd, which are stupid, and which are definitely destructive. This can become a very collective acceptance also. And once it becomes a collective acceptance, it starts penetrating throughout. It does not only have the effect of absorption, but also it has an effect of affecting other things. Say a person whose eyes are what we call flirtish or roving eyes. Such a person, if he goes to one group of people who do not know what flirting is, who do not know what roving eyes is, with steady eyes, he can influence those people and can make some of them of the same kind. So what happens really is this, that this is a very good door for all kinds of bhoots to enter, entities to enter. And when you start projecting it back, the same bhoots can pass into another person and can create the same kind of vacuum or same kind of vulnerability in the Hamsa chakra of other people. So that's why eyes have to be very, very clean, innocent. Another you can see is what you hear. Some people, if they hear something nonsensical, they'll just put their hands to their ears. They don't want to hear anymore. But there are some people who like it and go on enjoying it. Ultimately, they become servile, or we can say conditioned, that they like all these horrible things that normally a human being won't like. Now also you must have seen that people who, like French people, I think they have no discretion of smell. They smell so awful, but they eat all rotten food, rotten cheese, absolutely rotten wines, but they never smell it. Anybody in their company can smell it, even their hands smell of their rotten cheese. You can't just smell it. But they have lost the power. In the same way, in our country, we have a caste called sweepers who do all the cleaning of dirty things with their hands. They have no sense of smell. They have lost the sense of smell. The nose has lost that smell sense. They cannot smell anything dirty. That's how they can do their work. So if you start also not being alert to fragrance, I have seen that there are certain things people use made of tobacco. They are supposed to be very good, very famous brands of perfumes like Tabak and all that. So once they start liking that kind of a thing, then they have other things like poison and other horrible things which there's horrible smell in it. Apart from that, first you smell is alcohol, is a spirit. But they don't mind because they see in that a very congenial type of a pleasure. But these pleasures ultimately can kill all the cells of the nose, and afterwards one may even lose the sense of smell. One of the joy-giving organ is the sense of smell. When the Kundalini rises in many people, they get a fragrance of many things. Some people get of gugul, or sometimes they get of fragrance of sandalwood or something, which is a very natural essence of flowers or maybe of some woods. But these unnaturally made things which are actually destructive to your cells of smelling, that is what they start using. And once you start using these kind of things, then what happens that you don't feel any bad smell anywhere, like animals. But so many animals can smell, if not, they don't call it bad or good, but they can smell. Even that sensitivity of good and bad smell we human beings have got is lost. So whatever is our ascent as human beings, at what a level we have gone, start completely disappearing gradually, one by one. Then same with the throat. If the throat is using bad languages and is being used for abusing people, showing temper on people, or anything of aggression, or sometimes people take things which can also spoil the throat by their destructive qualities like alcohol, especially the smoking. If you smoke, then the throat gets vulnerable and the sweetness of your voice is lost. Then they speak with a hoarse voice. But this is all external. It starts becoming external. Mouth smells with that. And also the teeth react to all such things which we take without discretion about. Because that's the fashion, because it is marketing well, because it is advertised. That means we have not got our own wisdom, our own personality. But when this center is awakened, then what you develop is a discretion. As I was telling them yesterday how the word Hamsa has come for this center. Because there's a Sanskrit very beautiful couplet which says that a swan is white and a crane is a white bird. What is the difference between the swan and a crane? The answer is that when you mix milk with water, the swan will just suck in the milk while the crane has no discretion, no vivek. This discretionary power, once we start losing, we start becoming just like a rabbit, I would say. Because we have no personality. Anybody can brainwash us. And the more they tell us about our discretion, we listen to them. That explains why people, so many thousands of people, go to all these false gurus. Thousands of people, why did they take to homosexuality and got into AIDS? Why thousands of people have taken to drugs? It is unbelievable, incredible. Why people have taken to all these things are destroying their life. They see a man going into the pub, coming out and falling down on the ground with all his purse being emptied. But they go with the purse, see that they have sufficient money to go inside the pub, again come out to fall down on the street. Whatever idiotic or nonsensical other people are doing, when you see they are idiotic, you pay money to become idiotic. One pays money to destroy oneself. Go out of the way. It is so unnatural for anyone. I mean, even a dog or a cat or any animal knows where is the danger is. They can smell the danger. And they run away because they have to preserve their lives. They think their lives are precious and they must live and live well. But this ordinary common sense starts missing. And they will say, what's wrong? What's wrong in this? What's wrong in that? That means the genetics of the Ahamsa are missing. Now you should see there is no deity on the Hamsa chakra. But it is the formless energy of so many organs which are looked after by Buddha, Mahavira, Christ, Sri Krishna. 4 of them managed by Sri Ganesha. So these genetics are put by Sri Ganesha because he is the source of wisdom. So first, once they spoil their Muladhara, the wisdom is finished. Basis, the fundamentals are finished. That's why immoral life is very detrimental to our life because we lose our discretion. The discretion is lost. Then if you can awaken Sri Ganesha in the Hamsa chakra, then suddenly you belong to the higher race of Sajogis. It's surprising, I've seen people overnight give up their drugs. Very immoral people become extremely moral because of this chakra being suddenly awakened. And the light of the spirit is best expressed through this chakra in everyday life, in the collective life also. One starts then seeing the point, as we say. Like now in Sajogas, we have different problems also. Say when people first come to Sajoga, they start watching other people and starting finding their faults, what's wrong with them. They never see what they are here for. They are not here to find out faults with others, but to correct your own defects. So they say, oh, this man is no good, that man is no good, this is wrong. They start creating problems also. They'll talk to each other saying, no, this man is not good, that man is not good, try to create groups and things. They are here to work for what? For creative politics or for your ascent. Some of them, if they do not do all this, then they think we should start to make some money out of it or some sort of a thing. Or some start criticizing others about something which is not their concern. So they forget, because they are just now coming to Sahaja Yoga and their genetics are not established of their wisdom. They start worrying about things which are not their worry, which they should not bother about. Then some of them start thinking, oh, I am the leader, or why am I not the leader? So they start finding fault with the leadership. Sometimes leader also can feel, oh, I am the leader, I can be very stern, very disciplinary, and I can control people, I can do this. They have come here to learn how to love, to be compassionate, to be tolerant. The sense of leadership and also of obedience, both are discretionary. If somebody says something to you, And if you obey that person for your benevolence, you will subtly understand that it is for your good. If some leader says that this is wrong with you, try to see if it is wrong instead of feeling hurt about it. Yes, it is wrong with me. So what should I do? How can I improve myself? Ask the leader, or you can write to me or do anything. But no, they will not do it. Immediately they'll write a letter to me saying this leader is such and such bad fellow, he's so this thing, he ate that money, he ate that thing and all kinds of things. Or else they may tell people, oh, mother listens to this fellow, he's no good, he's just telling mother stories and mother listens. And mother is not such a fool. She knows about everything. So all these things that we have gathered from our previous life, even after our second birth, we carry a little bit. Like an egg becomes a bird, but still lots of things of the egg are hanging on to his body. So you have to cleanse it. So at this point, when you have got your realization, the first discussion should be, how am I going to achieve that state of spirit, the pure spirit? Instead of that, also people get lost because they have no discretion. With this enlightenment, first thing that happens, I've seen with people, their eyes are fixed. They don't move their eyes much now. They have very innocent eyes. Otherwise, they are really mad, those people who go on looking at everything like this. There's no difference between a madman and him. You put one madman, he does the same, and a person who is like that does the same. And it's such a crazy thing to do. But immediately, it is such a spontaneous thing. It's like the light coming in the room. It is so spontaneous that you start seeing things clearly. No, this is not.
Let us now recite the Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for all the joy and bliss through this beautiful morning meditation. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. We will continue with the morning meditation tomorrow morning, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.